for none other than your shots. So let's just imagine this is it. It's a rabies vaccine. But is it necessary to be giving it to your dogs or your cats this frequently? And even more importantly, could you be harming your dogs or cats by giving the rabies vaccine? Unfortunately, the answer to both of those questions is yes. The rabies vaccine is the most potent of the veterinary vaccines, and it's been associated with a whole host of autoimmune diseases. Inflammation of the brain, affecting the eyes, affecting the spinal cord, affecting the joints, such as in polyneuropathy, affecting the organs, such as the kidney and kidney disease, the liver, such as in liver disease, affecting the blood, as in autoimmune hemolytic anemia, affecting the skin, such as in discoid lupus, or even more serious generalized, such as systemic lupus. Then you have the injection sites that are linked to vaccine-induced sarcoma or fibrosarcoma. The last thing I'd want to do is, be the one who's actually caused some type of, serious side effect by giving my own dog the rabies vaccine, especially if it wasn't needed. So it's really important, one, that you do some of your own research. Know that many of the veterinarians are still following some of the older protocols, and there's newer research coming out. So for instance, at the University of Wisconsin in Madison, Dr. Ronald Schultz has looked at duration of immunity with the rabies vaccine. In particular, this is being funded by the Rabies Challenge Fund. And what they're finding, and they've got studies published to date, that they're finding that dogs have had 2 sets of rabies vaccine, now have a full 5 years of duration of immunity, and they're expecting to be up to 7 years as the studies are being extended. So the point being is that they can be pretty confident in saying that if your dog has a rabies vaccine as a sort of a puppy, a booster again in a year, he won't need minimum to have that rabies vaccine for 5 more years to be fully protected. Yet in still many areas, and it's mandated by state law, your dog needs to have that rabies vaccine yearly, or in some cases minimum every 3 years. So the next time you're bringing your pet in for a rabies vaccine, discuss this with your veterinarian. You can point them towards a site. They can just Google Rabies Challenge Fund. There it is. It's a legitimate, not some sort of spammy internet thing that's being backed by research, with an accredited research veterinarian. He's got a pile of, papers behind him, being really clearly showing that this duration of immunity is much longer than previously thought, or even though really it's never seriously been studied. And secondly, there really are serious risks of giving this vaccine. So you need to be really thoughtful, how often it's being given to your pet and whether or not they even need to have it at all.